Hello, hello. Welcome back to Wheel of Games, where we're going to be playing more Séance at Blake Manor. Last time, we found a secret room hidden inside of first floor that led to the bathhouse, or at least the changing rooms. We went to the dining room, met Miss Darcy, and discovered she had an interesting motive. There appeared to be romantic letters from Miss Dean, the missing woman, to her husband. And she's currently in the lobby because we stole the key to her room. And so we've investigated her quite a bit. So she'll be down in the lobby for a bit. But now, we're going to try to use that servant's key we found to investigate all the rooms that we can around the atrium. Now, I am a little bit worried about, let's just do a quick save there, being in a room when the time switches over to an hour, and what if the person comes back to their room right then? So, wait, whose room is this? Miss Barbosa. We didn't really talk to her much. We only saw her when we saw everyone gathered after the bird crashed through the window in the morning. So we've not spoken to her at all. But, land records about the Kanas. I have to hear it read before I really know. And we've got her schedule now. Special. Don't need to inspect the clothes. Bookshelf, maybe. So, more clothes. A book. Clearly handled with care, but we tell me nothing about it. Ooh, a puzzle box. I love these. Schedule. Check the dressing table. Just stationery. And I've stopped checking out the stationery. Actually, there was a ring. Personal items. Okay. Apparently they're not important, and I know that by default. Won't open. Yep, I need to get the emerald to the pass. I've seen this game so many times. So, what we need to do is get this block all the way down to the bottom. In order to do that, we need to get all of these blocks as left as they can go. And in order for this to go left, these need to go up. In order for these to go up, that needs to go right. For that to go right, those need to go up. So a lot of things need to shift around. But basically, if I shift this one, I need to shift this one left just in order to get this out of the way. Does this actually need to go out of the way? Yeah, this needs to go out of the way so I can move this further to get this out of the way. Now, I don't know if it's actually going to charge me time as I do this. We need both of those to go up. So I may need to undo a bunch of this at the end later. So that was one key part that we had to do. But now, how am I going to get our thing back out? Well, I need to move this to basically undo a lot of the stuff. And so this has to go all the way to the right, just so I can shift you. Shift you. No, that won't actually help me at all. So how do I get out of this? Basically, I need to be on the far side with this up. This can only go up or down. And frankly, once this is in position, this is locked. It can never be on the other side. So this has to be up. In order for that to be up, this has to be over there. But I can't have this here while that happens. So how can I move these things the way I need them to be? I'm going to have to think about this one a little bit. Most often, once you get that final piece out of the way, everything else sort of sinks itself into place. Because this must be down for a green piece to go through. but it locks everything to the side of it essentially in place, except with respect to our one green piece that we can move. So sure, once I move that over there, I can move this up, but everything else is stuck in place. If I move this down, everything is locked except for this piece. So it has to be up, that has to be up, that has to be down, and I have to move this back over. So in that case, I'm just undoing what I've already done. Can't get you past all these walls. Oh! Oh. Well, heck, I was doing this extremely hard mode. I didn't realize that every piece could move every direction. I thought you could only move them lengthwise. Yeah, I was right. It did unlock itself once I got to that point. Okay. Well, at 10 a.m., no one walked in behind me. So let's look at all of her critical information. So a younger Miss Barbosa with a woman who bears a resemblance to her mother. But then we've got a burial record from late last year. Mostly in Portuguese, but from what I can make out, it seems to be for Miss Barbosa's mother. Probably the person in the photo. And the fact that he can say it's Portuguese probably means that it wasn't in the weird, squiggly script he mentioned not being able to read. Why do my dreams have me stuck in this place? Its endless halls and confusing doors. I want to get out, but cannot. So Miss Barbosa also has dreams. The night that the dream does not wake me, I end up at the séance. I think, is my father there? Another person has experienced the same dream as Miss Dean and I. And I find two more. I didn't even have to ask. I just figured it out. Okay. Oh, good lockboxing. And it reset itself. Thank you for the cover-up. Okay, more shoes. It's a medium boot, which may be slightly different there. Some dress clothes. Important. I'm expecting at some point. Ooh, this is a letter. Travel documents. A journey starting from Brazil in March of this year. So perhaps her, well, no, written in Portuguese. Yeah, that makes sense. Brazil, Portugal connections. Arrived in Lisbon in June. Worked her way up to Ireland over 3 months. She was in Ireland for about 6 weeks before this event. Okay, and nothing interesting about the bed itself. But before I leave this room, let's look up. Okay, can I just mark all the scenes so it stops taking me in there? Okay, where is... Not Mr. Varley. Barbosa. I haven't met her yet, so I can't open the mystery thing about her. What's in the safe? Okay. I've answered that question for myself. Oh, blue dress, new person. Not Miss Dean. Leviticus 20.
Please.
Ah.
You think this is the first time I have had scripture nailed to my door?
Is that a knife?
And Leviticus 20:27? This is not even original. I think I know who did this. I will have to talk with her.
Interesting. With her. So not the priest himself.
But for now, I need a moment to sit.
For health. What's this Bible verse mean? Hey, you said you were God. Someone in this hotel has bad blood with Miss Mantovani. He thinks it's a woman. Could it be Miss Dean? And that knife. Somebody has threatened Carmela Mantovani. He looks different. Or I just haven't talked to her. That's more likely. Let's see. Can I inspect, or she removed it from the door? There's someone there, so I could enter, but no. Okay, let's continue our clockwise circuit, just so that I don't forget where I've been. Miss Barbosa. It's like he's in there as well. Miss Erickson is empty. Although I've been in her room before. That's the one that I was in before. That said, no one's in there. I can just double check. I'll know immediately upon looking. If that big box is to my left, yeah, this is the one I was in. Okay. I'm glad that the Celtic priest guy is not immediately exposing what I'm doing to everybody. And then room 4, 5, and Mr. Toussaint's room. That said, he's in there. Although I've already talked to him, so maybe he'll be okay if I simply barge it.
Monsieur, how could I? No, you're in my room, and yet I give you neither key. Of course, all things considered, this should not surprise me, but it does offend me. Come, we shall speak with...
Ah. Well, I did do the quick save on the other one, but nope, it just says you were evicted. Okay. 2 people survived. There were... Okay, they all died. Egad. Okay, well, I think the autosave will be from right before. It was at least after my manual save. I did the quick save. So yeah, this was right before I entered that room. Okay, so you 100% can fail, but at least the autosaves are very forgiving. Okay, so actually, the atrium rooms, I don't really need to go in there, as far as I know. I'm actually next door to the Séance lady. I should really remember what the psychic, I guess. And then, so Mr. Scarrett and Miss Montavani and Mr. Toussaint. So not that much more I can actually do there. So what, if anything, can I talk about with you?
Ah! Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but, do I know you?
Haha, no, I never said such. Just plainly, there you are, and you are.
You have me there, sir.
Sir, I'm no knight. I'm done enough in, and you can call me such. I'm a proud traveller protector of these lands.
Donald, but it sounds almost like Donald, the way he says it. Okay, but just Donald.
Noted.
Protector of the lands.
Ward. Also, not a knight.
Haha, good to meet you, lad.
I take it that you've come for the seance.
Got X's as well.
Ah, yes and no. I'm here because of the seance, but not for it. I have no urge to speak to the dead. I doubt they have much comfort to offer up. What interests me is those people who want to speak to the dead, how they intend to do it, and more, what they will be doing afterwards to clean up their mess. These rich people, they think because they force themselves on these lands they can do what they want to them? It won't stand. The land won't let it, and neither will I.
Really a protector of the land. Okay, well, what do you think of the medium, then? She's the madwoman who kept showing me that card with the hermit on it? I like her, if not the company she keeps. She'd do well to stop singing Blake's tune and leave this seance in the dust. I mean, I could just ask him about his belt and his hair and his beard. Doesn't seem particularly useful, though. If anyone cares about dreams, had any odd dreams, why do you say that? I don't recall the dream, but I woke with both a wanting to stay and a wanting to get the hell out. But how am I meant to do both? Close, but not enough. I can ask him about his crown. I don't think he'll necessarily And out of anyone, he's the one who maybe wouldn't tell me anything about Miss D. Oh, what's up with your crown? That's the pale speaking in you, lad. It's a circlet. Sign of my station is a druid. Ah, there you go. Druid is his proper name. Crap. About your belt. I'll spend a few just minutes on this. Building skin the deer myself. Okay. And how about your staff? Carries it proud? The staff signifies that I'll bash you if you come near me or mine. Oh, you mind what they say, lad. There are still plenty of snakes in Ireland. So, basically, it's a weapon.
I should go.
Only do something if you want, not because you should.
He's speaking some wisdom there. So what else can I do upstairs at the moment? I could explore the towers. I don't know if there's an up to the towers. I've been to all these rooms. I could try visiting... That's definitely a weird one again. Try visiting 21, see if I can figure out what's there. Or at least just give it one more look now that the time has progressed. Right, the East Tower was supposed to have a portrait of the guy. Maybe I'll go across the tower into the other one. I absolutely have had a look at that. The absolute worst thing is knowing that I've looked at all these different bits. Maybe not from the right angle or something? Come in there. Examine the fireplace. Looked under the bed. All this stuff. But it still tells me there's something to find in here. So I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Won't spend too long retreading that ground. Let's go to the tower and see if the tower goes up. If not, I will go all the way down. No, we're already at the top. Now that we've had strange marks on the walls, every one of these little scratches makes me think, is that a secret combination of stuff? Probably not. Bottom floor. Oh, wonderful. We've got a weeping angel in the corner. But I can't interact with any of this stuff. Okay. I saw that. Peekaboo. Huh? Gonna do it again. That was a nice little jump scare, though. Yep, she even uncovered her eyes for that. You gonna come bash me when I'm looking at that stuff? Or have you given me a sign with your skull stuff? He looks like he's standing on a suitcase. But I guess it's just a... Nothing else? Okay, so our first foray to... Interesting. I'm looking at the door, and yet it's telling me that the door is over there. Oh, I can't see a door over there, so... Locked. Okay. Sorry, back to your corner. I'll need to sneak in some other way. Okay, ground floor west. Where to next? So we are going to be in one of the corners right here. The west side, let's see. Ballroom. Oh, the left. Ah, this must be the drawing. Yep. Okay, and what's going on in the drawing room is the history of Blake Manor, which would be interesting. I should set myself a reminder for that. What do you mean 2 reminders? Day 2 dusk, dawn dusk. So I've got the entirety of 2 days basically to inspect. We still got plenty of time for today, but we've got a lot to look through as well. Miss Barbosa's in the atrium. This would be a good time to not inspect, interrogate her. See people in the lobby? Okay. So, atrium. I can talk to Miss Barbosa? Ah, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna quick save this time, since last time I didn't. It bit me. An Irish keepsake. Old oak tree. And a foreign fashion mixed with local. Either attempting to blend in or out of practicality, wearing local fashion along with what I assume are her usual clothes. Let's talk.
Hey, don't sneak up on people like that. If you were the porter with my telegram, sure. But no, just some guy getting too close. Who are you anyway?
Sorry to learn.
Oh, the guy Queen called out this morning. That must have felt good, yes? I am Miss Barbosa. This place is boring and cold, but the boat over from Brazil was worse, so I won't complain.
Okay. This could be interesting. Your brooch. It carries a story. It was my father's, or maybe his mother's. He didn't bring much with him when he left Ireland. And he had even less on him the day he died, defending my mother. Mother took this and ran. He passed it to me so I would have something of his. So why are you here? I mean, the whole burial record is a little bit odd to bring up. There's only one remaining. Okay, that's a better way to ask. Do you have family back home? My mother was an escaped slave, raised me in Colombo, probably Colombia. I lived there my whole life, almost entirely not leaving until slavery was abolished in 1888. Even then, we were slow to trust the outside. Last year, my mother and I went to Rio to see Christmas there. She was nervous, but I was excited. We ate oranges and sugared nuts. Despite the heat, we even tried a mulled wine. As a gift, we took a photograph. I'm glad we did. It's all I have left of her. A man saw us that day, the captain of the forest who had run-ins with my mother and her camp. His job was to recapture slaves back when slavery was in full force. Bitter at having never found our settlement, he followed us back that day. He returned that night with some friends, all of them drunk. They began to shoot up the place, killing many, including my mother. It was a terrible story. Those they did not kill, they captured, and so my home was destroyed, my family killed and scattered. That's awful. Yes, I feel adrift in the world. Maybe someday I will find something good in that freedom, but not yet. Okay. So, what's up with the spine is broken? She was really reading this. This book meaning any you? Looking for info on the families that used to live around here. Quinn gave it to me, but it was no help. Still, she was good to offer it. Now, which one is Quinn? Anything else to talk to her about? Like the washerwoman washing like the shawl? Reminds me a little bit of her, but I could just ask her about herself. What is there to tell? I already told you I'm from Rio. Well, I said Brazil, but Rio. Home is different since the uprising, mostly good, but not all good. I decide now is a good time for travel, see the world. Suppose I'm a drifter now. Okay. Does she... I don't need to ask her about Miss Dean's room. That's probably not terribly useful. I know it's 15 at this point. Pretty sure. Okay, and none of the rest of this... I might as well see what she has to say. Picking up local fashion? I left in a hurry and packed light. What would you have me do? Freeze? Okay.
I have to be off.
Oh, if you see that lazy porter, tell him I want my telegram.
Well, it was broken last night, so perhaps I can Time to investigate her mystery. Hey, it's finally on a different person. So the culprit, a Miss Barbosa. So her boots are a medium size. If I look to another one I've sort of figured out, her shoes are medium. So I might find some boot prints. Working class arrives 22nd October. Brazilian woman seeking information, but what was she looking for? Probably info about her father, who was presumably the Irish one. Where is the hand-me-down keepsake? Yeah, the image on it is of an old oak tree. So she's basically looking for her father's family. Foreign fashion mixed with local. Retrieve the telegram. That might explain why she's so, well, it said testy. Burial record. And one surviving... Right, and that was her. I could discuss the burial record with the Undertaker. So, the telegram. I should bring it to her. Put me in her good graces. There's also Miss Darcy. Be in the front office room. There. This. I don't think I can go into this room, but I want to eliminate it. Yep, suitably clean washroom. Okay. Now, to the front desk for the first time in a little bit. Manager and Miss Darcy. So, analyzing her. Disdain. She's not impressed with something. The event, the attendees, or me. He has a large brooch. Intricate brooch, perhaps representing something and less dainty than one would expect such a lady to wear. Tan line. Evidence of a ring worn for a long time and since removed. So we know a little bit about the potential affair. Before we talk to her, quick save. Okay.
Mr. Ward, you've come back to me.
Okay, what do we have to say to her? Can't simply ask her about Miss Dean. Can I? You ever met Miss Dean? Miss Dean is... Oh, her. I know of her. But I can't say I know her personally, but she did make herself known the other day, arguing with Miss Quinn outside my door. I might have minded more, but honestly it was quite the story. Tell me, tell me. Cool. Quinn is not a medium. I mean, this would make her so mad. Has your work given you any expertise on medical documentation? No, the odd time I need to include something like that, it's off to the library. Okay, so at least we're not immediately giving that away. Have you ever used an affair or infidelity as a plot point? No, if you just read my books. But yes, I did once. A woman's husband cheated on her, and their reconciliation night was his alibi for a murder. Hindsight, I did not think I did justice how devastating it can be. If I were to revisit that story now, he would need another alibi. Okay, so she is a writer. Well, just tell me about yourself. Have I not made introductions, or is this an attempt to charm me? Let's see. Olivia Darcy, as you know, and I'm visiting from London. We're sorely missing the city. It's very clean here, and quiet. Going to appreciate the city more when I go home. Okay, let's hit the vial of poison. Your stories, has anyone ever been poisoned? Of course, I've used them all. Arsenic, cyanide, strychnine. But my favorite is thallium. It's tasteless and odorless, so it's very believable that a victim could ingest it without knowing. And as it's relatively new, the readers can believe it when a doctor misdiagnoses it as severe gastroenteritis. So it's her favorite poison. Lovely. Ask her about the disdain. You're unimpressed with something? You suppose you want to know if it's you? Well, you can rest easy. Since coming here, I've had a great many things on my mind, and none of them are to do with a man I just met. No, she's not mad at me. Ask her about her brooch. It's an interesting brooch. It's actually very important. I tell you, but it's secret. One of those hush-hush secret society things, you see. But she's been reading up on them like she's a beginner. Evidence of the ring. Recently removed a ring. I may or may not have. It's not your concern. I didn't expect a good answer on that. The last obvious thing. Let's ask about the dreams. Do tell me more about your half-remembered slumbers. Okay, not interested in dreams, thank you. Last thing was Mr. Dupré. She might be a good one to ask about that, though. Yeah, discussable with her as well. What can you tell me about the good old Hogda? Mr. Wood, I'm not sure I should say anything at all. Wouldn't want to betray their trust in me, you understand. So she's. What do you think about Mr. Dupré, who we had breakfast with? I'm spending most of my time here with him. Good man, and unlike most people, he's usually able to tell when I'm joking.
That was all. Good day, Mrs. Darcy.
Good day, Mr. Ward.
Nothing too.
This area is off limits for guests.
Well, he kicks us right out if we want to inspect any of the letters or something. Okay, we've been in there. Perhaps we can take a better look at that luggage. You see? That's like one of those symbols I was noticing on the makeup cases. Let's revisit the luggage room, because I still want to see what was in that vent. Something stuck inside. I can't get it out. Am I really going to have to ask the guy to help me with that? Of course. Not unlike the symbols from my dream. Ah, those. How would they be connected? Okay, so is one of my sigils useful for opening? I want to dissolve it. It's not magically sealed. Okay, it's not going to let me touch any of that. And nothing else in here I can interact with. So I guess that's that. I can just look at the fallen luggage, but nobody cares to clean it up. Is this by room? I just noticed the numbers. 46, eh? That doesn't feel like it. Still, there's something in the vent between the rooms. It's still there. How about we skip on over?
Yes, madam.
I seem to have misplaced my room key.
I see. Let us see what we can do about that for you. Now, where has that spare key gotten to?
Okay, that I knew. But maybe he'll be too busy to stop me from going into the telegraph room again. Oh, a fallen telegraph? Somebody lost this transcription, addressed to Miss Barbosa, asking for any state records about her father, but there's no info available. Ah. Okay, I'm going to listen to the vent list. Nothing. Can I break open the vent? No, you need tools. You can't have it. Okay, I already fixed that. Know about the jack-o'-lanterns. There doesn't appear to be anything interesting about this particular fireplace. And that would be one of the better kept ones as well. Somebody was reading up on old beliefs in the area. Not exactly useful. I got her telegram, so let's bring that back to her before we go off on any new adventures. It's already almost 11. Almost. Yuki. Questions. Telegram from Miss Barbosa. I was going by the telegraph room and this was waiting for you. Thought I'd bring it. You did not read it, I hope. Let me see. Damn it. Is everything alright? Fine, it's fine. My time in Brazil had come to an end. What does one do in that case? Well, my father was from here, so it made sense to come this way. In truth, I do not care much for your ghost stories. We have plenty back home. But this hotel, it has a lot of records for this area, so I come. This event suits me. If I came here alone, I would be the main attraction, yes? Now I am just one more who plays drums in the carnival. There are so many, nobody pays attention. I'm researching everything I can find about the area. Census data, birth records, immigration records. There are people who have badly kept records. My room is full of this stuff, but can I find a thing on him? This is a foolish thing. I know only his first name, Shay, and when he left this country in 1864 like so many others. So, we don't know Shay's full name?
I have to be off.
Sure.
Okay. So, I can jump straight to her mystery. Okay. I must learn the full name. Okay, she opened up to me a little bit. I don't know terribly much more. Around 40, pagan. Got his circlet, which indicates he is a druid. I should find out what a protector of the land means. Maybe I ask about a druid. Interesting. Anything else on this page that I can see? Half-used vial of poison in her room. He absolutely has a motive, but hadn't met Miss Dean ahead of time. Okay, large brooch. Perhaps representing something. Handline, disdain. And we knew about a mistress. Okay, let's go back to the records, into the evidence or documents, and the entry times again. Okay, so when did Miss Darcy arrive? Miss Quinn, Quarantine Quinn. So Ellen Dean arrived then, and let's see, the 25th is when she was angry. When did Miss Darcy arrive? Where is Miss Darcy on this list? Oh, 24th. Okay, so she was there already when she was annoyed by someone arriving. What? Oh, I have a copy of just Leviticus 20:27. Let's see, the timetable? No. Hiring letter. Where did I find out that she seemed upset? The evening of the 26th is when she went missing. Complaint. Miss Darcy. Getting about Miss Joyce's prying conduct. So the housekeeper was prying into Miss Darcy's affairs. Rebuking a request for information on behalf of a young mother. Signed by the Bishop of the Diocese. Oh, okay, I didn't actually read this before. Your concern regarding the child is noted. Rest assured they are safe in our care. But understand any further disruption to them, which is what you're requesting, would do more harm than good. So it cannot be allowed. So, Mr. Varley, the manager, your concern for the child is noted. They're in our care, but leave them alone. Bishop of Clifton. Now we know from the map that Clifton is not terribly... Oh, maybe I was just thinking of... Oh. Never mind, I have no idea where Clifton is. Okay, maybe it's in the mysteries under the main mystery for Miss D. So we came to a conclusion, but there was... Where did we see that she was upset with somebody at a certain time? She's unhappy, maybe that was just the photograph. We did not see anything out. This was faked by Miss Darcy. I've come about so that I can no longer stay, and I vacated my room and exited the hotel. I should ask Miss Darcy about that, though she will not be happy. Yeah, that definitely links to her.
Mr. Ward.
Okay, where is the forged? Really, I can't ask her about the forged the note. Really? I mean, yeah, everything's going to be a subset here. I just can't ask her about it? That's crazy. Okay, fine, let's invade a little bit. You have reason to believe your husband was writing to someone he shouldn't have? I do. Cecil was quite the wordsmith. It was what had me fall for him in the first place. Now, if only he'd had the decency to save those love letters for me. He was quite the wordsmith. Maybe she
That was
is
all.
Good day, Mr.
the cause for her husband's death. Go back to her history. We found those letters, got the signature, medical certificate belonging to her. Now, I don't know where the library is to do all this supposed research. Do I have to go back to her room 13, to try to get more info? So I can't just go straight in, but I can go around. Let's see if outside looks different, well, during the daytime. Oh, yeah, foggy. Could probably get to the stables this time, too. But I can climb right on in. A broken window. And inspect your office. Nothing's been cleaned up. He's wearing his coat, isn't he? Nothing in the pockets. Anything else discovered here? Letters, complaints. Okay, didn't think I would. Important documents like finances. Left, right, left. But I really don't know the number for this one, so I need a 3-digit code. And I don't think he's given that to me. Just a quality code. He appears to like bugs. Now, the number of legs could be the code, something like that. Got a scarab. I think that's a 6-legged arachnid. 8. Let's see. Basically a pincher bug. 6-legged. Hercules beetle, I think 6-legged. Oh, no. That's the Hercules beetle. I don't know that one, but it's a lot of 6s. Too many 6s for combination on this safe, because this can only go up to 40. So it's not... Who's banging around in my office? Okay. Just old newspapers. Useless. Isn't anything? No. Okay, so I need a number. I'll probably find any clues in his quarters or nowhere at all. Okay. That didn't help. I've got 19 minutes before the next talk appears, although I noticed the shawl is gone. Has anything changed? Right, the Undertaker was going to be waiting outside. What's your mystery? Fine clothes and jewelry? Or luxury? But he's got the same tattoo having to do with the lady's luggage. Okay, well, let's
Hello
talk.
again, my friend.
He's not going to talk about his tattoo. Or most of the other things. What do you think of Miss Darcy? She's wonderfully sharp and dry. There's a sparring match, and I enjoy that immensely. Okay, can you tell me about yourself? Run a funeral home back home in New Orleans, but I've come to Ireland to handle a personal matter. I wasn't expecting to end up at a thing like this while here, but when I learned of the event, it seemed like something I couldn't miss out on. I have an interest in your mythology and, well, voodoo. It's not uncommon, but back home, well, I know it scares outsiders. So an event that mixes both, how could I not attend? I should be able to freely ask him about the tattoo. He shouldn't kill me. Might I ask about it? That's Madame Brigitte's Veve. That devotional symbol. I'm an Ungan of our. Ah, priest. Oh, he's a voodoo priest. These are Loa of life and death. She's born of your pagan goddess, Bridget. Her believers took her with them when they fled to America. Guess the journey changed her for want of a better way to explain it. Yeah, a lot of things he's freely telling us about, which is nice. I can ask about a burial record? Ooh, I can ask about Mama Bridget. Much like her Celtic counterpart, is associated with healing. Huh. Ask about the counterparts. You're close with Mama Bridget? Grief is a constant companion. She's there to remind me that both the living and the dead need healers. Devoted to her and her teachings. Makes perfect sense. Entirely above board, I'd think. Burial record for Barbosa. Miss Barbosa seems to have suffered a great loss indeed, so she tells me. Grief is an old friend in my line of work, but it still does me no good to see her visit a warm-hearted soul like that. Okay. Did you meet Miss Evelyn Dean? Yeah, I've met everyone here, but I don't know her particularly well. Everyone here is new to me. But I gather she is a powerful practitioner and a woman with complicated connections to many here. Suppose that's to be expected at the top of the game. So little time that the... Do you know about the Irish goddess? A friend of mine was a priestess of hers. Reed was not one of the sovereignty goddesses, but in some ways should have been. The Catholic Church came here, she alone was deemed too powerful to be swept under the rug, and so they canonized her. So Reed became Saint Brigid of Kildare. A lot of the same domains, husbandry, midwifery, healing. You may have noticed her crosses hung along the walls of the manor. My own Loa is said to be part of the old goddess that fled the church and was changed in that journey. It's interesting, isn't it? 3 versions of the one goddess, all distinct yet so similar, all backed under this roof, so to speak. I don't need to ask him about his fine clothes. He's doing well. Nothing specific stands out to me, other than I could ask him about the seance, because I can ask everyone about the seance. I must tell you, I'm no stranger to death, no stranger to spirits, but never have I heard one speak. As compelling as that may be, the chill in my bones endures. Believe there's a risk? I'm sure Miss Mantovani will take good care of us, but I am an undertaker. I have welcomed the rageful dead, those unwanted, those unclean, are too in-between to find their gods. Here we forget that people after death are simply themselves with nothing left to lose.
Not at all, Mr. Ward. But I won't keep you.
He seems nice enough. So if anything, he's a bit afraid of the potentially angry dead, so maybe we can scare him out of attending the seance. Apparently everyone we don't get away from the seance dies. So, first time at the stables. Stables indeed. Here we are. Next, inside. Trough or rainwater. Other corner. I see you, purple leaves. Interesting that I can't click on them. Oh well. Anything else out here that I'm obviously missing? Not that I can currently see. We've got a back way into the basement over here. Locked. I don't think it will let me. And look at the supplies. Just for the event. So many things that end up being wastes. What are you? Ah, St. Bridget's scrolls. I can't. There's the stall door. Maybe if I open that. Okay, Mr. Hunter. Work gloves. Treats for the horses. Outdoor working clothes. There's a lot of time outside. But he's still got a silk scarf. And I look at the horse and I get a pet. And look at the water truck. I saw you back there. No. This one's open. There it is. There's a safe out here. Record kept by the stable master on the horse's health. Okay. What are you? A note from a supplier. Expecting a delivery on Sunday at 9. Another person has noted it should take them a few hours to move it all into the basement. And then we've got another safe out here. Broken doors. A screwdriver. Might be useful for gaining access to certain areas in the hotel. I know a spot that will be very useful for. Excellent. Glad I... Let's way back here. Hidden behind the barrel. Stables, yeah. We've got another angel holding a skull. Entering again. Little picnic area outside. And then this leads to the eastern. Okay, now I think we can try talking to him a little bit.
Well, a new guest. You made your way here without my help then?
I did. You be the stable master, I take it.
Right, groundsman too. I trust your trip was a pleasant.
I've had worse. The roads out here are more robust than back east. Pleased to meet you. What should I call you?
Ah, no, a conversationalist. I wasn't expecting that. If I'm spoken to as late as about that damn seance.
He doesn't care.
Hunter, sir. Dara Hunter. I'm pleased to meet you too, though I didn't get your name.
It's Declan Ward.
No,
Against
not
the
really.
Séance?
I just worry about her getting hurt. Then, you. The guests, I mean. Anyway, Mr. Ward, what can I do for you?
Her. I think the wife isn't dead, and he knows about it. Can I ask you about that chair I found? What all would you care about? I guess you've got treats for the horses. Tell me about yourself, I guess. Not much to say, give it a go. Scottish born and raised, worked there until just a few years ago. But a friend of my mother's family, and her side being Irish, let me know that the manor here was looking for a stable master. Could have stayed in Scotland and taken some other work, but I prefer a job out in the country. Always have. And so here I find myself. Groundsman and stable master? Seems like a lot of work for one man. This is well I have the strength of two then, right? With this, I do what I can. There's not too much work in either. Not at this time of year. We're often not as busy as we are now, so the carriage doesn't come out much. Once the horses are all cared for, it would be gardening, but all the plants are dying back now. Summer, on the other hand, summer's quite another story. I get by, though. Yes, at least we'll wait when the horses won't. Asking about the silk scarf, I guess? Quite a fancy scarf. Gift from a young friend I'd not seen in years. Everyone's here to see the dead, but it's brought the living back to me. So, a young friend I'd not seen in years. So he got a silk gift from somebody here, who is here to visit, but we don't know what. Let's ask about the sugary smell about. Happen to have any sugar cubes? For the horses, obviously. Us staff do get better fare than that. Never hurts to have something to treat the horses with, especially when they're unsure of new people.
Huh.
I was hoping to ask
Hey,
them. If I pet the horse, is it gonna bite me and kill me? Or if I try to open this door? Because I do see something underneath it. Piece of torn newspaper. Huh, stops fresh paint getting on the floor. Dated Tuesday the 26th, the night she went missing. This hinge is new. The latch is ill-fitted, as if trying and failing to match a previous placement. So the night she went missing, I did see the broken door over in the other room. A new coat of paint on this door that the others lack. Door recently replaced. But why? Time to go to the drawing room. Yeah, he replaced the stall door. I should ask him about that before I leave. Only the first time
Mr.
you
Ward.
talk does he, does it tax you the time? You have to fix one of the stable doors recently? Aye, Lottie got spooked and kicked the latch clean out of the door itself. He was in quite the mood. They all were, really. No spare stall either, so I had to get one and fix it in place. It's too cold to leave them out in the pasture. Something caused her to get spooked? It was Tuesday, just gone by. Can't think what set them off. Wonderful creatures, horses. They're not always clever, they'll frighten just about anything. Rabbits, birds, puddles. So he doesn't know what did it.
Hey,
But something spooked the horses Tuesday night. And this one got broken. Nothing in the back. I did see the broken door. Can I actually look at it? Now I think that's worth it. Old stall doors badly damaged. It got kicked through, but I got no idea if that's safe right now. Less impressive when in this environment. Okay. I don't know what to make of all of that. We have been through the outside. Just the family seal. So somewhere in the east wing was a picture of that one guy that I had wanted to see. Or so they said. It was but he had a really big scar. Somewhere in the east wing, which is what this is. Been through there, though. The secret passage is. Maybe it's in the bar. It's the bathhouse. It's closed for winter. Definitely won't let me in. Crooked chair. I swear, every one of those books get read many times by me. Oh, staff only. Northern basement? And the walled gardens to the north. Okay. Where was the mystery about this guy? It was related to bedroom here, in the tale of Percival Blake. A portrait of him hangs in the East Tower. Okay. I came in through the door right next to it. Right past it. Let's check this out before we go. There's his portrait, all right. Percival Blake, the 4th Marquess of Dupré. Nasty-looking character for sure. So, is his remaining eye looking down? Shame it was whatever left him with this wound didn't kill him. Okay. Hey, that's the layout of the door. And a distinct archway. I haven't seen it in the hotel yet. But there's a clear sun symbol, and he's looking down from there. But he notably has this exact same sequence of buttons as there are around the hidden doorway. As this one. Their pattern like in the dream. As the motif upstairs. Great. But I don't have the thing I need to open it. Staff area is locked off. Not found a way back there just yet. So there is a basement. I don't know what to do with it yet. Oh well. I think it's time to head to the drawing room. But we'll have to see what's going on in there in the next episode. Looks like we're at time for today. And so, that's going to do it for today. I'll see you next time here on Wheel of Games. Bye-bye.